And to talk more about this, let's bring in political analyst Lori Williams. Lori, welcome. Good to see you. How do you think Canada should respond to this development?
Well, it's got to be steady as we go in Canada. As we've just heard, some of the tariffs that apply to Canada are not covered by this court ruling. Other political and economic realities will also factor into what happens with the tariffs going forward. So, especially given that the decision made by the Supreme Court of the United States is uncertain at this stage of the game, there are all kinds of things that need to be worked out before that time. And I think there are a number of other dimensions that are not affected by this that continue to be negotiated.
True, this does not apply to those tariffs on steel, aluminum, autos, but could this ruling potentially give Canada some leverage as the two countries continue trade negotiations?
Well, I mean, to the extent that this ruling touches on things that pertain to the arguments that are being made by Canada, perhaps, but the discussion between Canada and the United States isn't about legal powers. It's not about constitutionality. It's about politics and economics. And it's on those fronts that I think they've got the greatest leverage. The reality is that many of the people that Trump wants to have vote for him and for his party rather in the midterm elections, many of them are affected negatively by the tariffs that are in place. A lot of goods that are extraordinarily important to folks in the United States that they cannot produce from within effectively. Housing, for example, is affected. All kinds of things where aluminum and steel are involved, particularly those who source those goods from Canada. Those prices are going up. The pressure is going to come from consumers, that is voters, on the government to make changes. And it's those political and economic realities, I think, that are going to have a bigger impact long term.
So Trump will almost certainly appeal this, regardless of what the outcome is for this case. Do you think Trump will still continue his tariff tirade?
Well, there have been political benefits that he seems to accrue from this. Obviously, there have been some costs as well. He's going to focus on the benefits, but he likes the publicity it gets for him. He likes the revenue that it brings in. And as long as the hit to U.S. consumers is not obvious or really being felt viscerally, and that hasn't happened significantly at this stage yet, until such time as consumers start to notice that the economy is not going as well as it could, and the reason that it's not going as well as it could is because of tariffs, he's going to continue to try to generate benefit from this. He's going to try to pitch it as a source of benefit to the United States, and it's not until realities sort of catch up with that people are really going to start to turn against it. And that's the political time, if you like, where the pressure might become enough for him to start making some adjustments.
All right. Thank you very much, Lori, for your time. That is Lori Williams, political analyst.